Folks, I've seen videos where they were questioning what was on the chest of the Thunderbird. Well, it varies. This one's a horse. It says horses all over it. There's a horse over here also. But the thing about this that is really cool, I mean, the artwork is unbelievable. But the bird's tail come down here. But the horse's nose comes right to here. And on Thunderbirds I've seen, I have many times a horse, but a lot of times an elephant or another bird or even other images. So there's no one set thing that is on the chest of the Thunderbird. No aliens, folks, sorry. Folks, I have a thought. See if I can make sense out of it. Now, I don't know the styles of arrowheads are mostly knife blades and spearheads. I do not. I'll get back to this for just a second. Okay. Now, everything I say may have to be revised, of course, when I have more knowledge, but one of the things that I'm separating, sort of, from what I might call modern tools, which that's the wrong word anyway. Like, for instance, this is right now, and there was tools that was made, thousands of years before. Now, I'm just kind of guessing at like about this time, 4,000 years ago or so, the, I don't know whether it be the copper, bronze, or iron age, sort of infiltrated all everywhere, and so tools were changed a bit from the uniface tool method. But what's important to me is that for 5, 6,000 years, it doesn't matter. That's just a drop in the bucket to what they designate as the Stone Age. Hundreds of thousands of years, they were making tools with a different method than all this biflaking and stuff. They were making uniface tools. But the thing that I don't see on what I am calling modern tools is extinct animals carved into the tool, as I do on, I'll get to them. But as I said, I don't know a whole lot about arrowheads and what age they are and everything, but there's some that, as I watch on YouTube, it says they're pretty old. And even this knife blade, it does have a face image, and I think there's a bird on the other side right here. I can hold it steady. It doesn't have elephants or horses. And but watching YouTube arrowhead, folks, I can see that some of these could be said that were older than even these. I mean, like, I think what I'm picking up is that, well, these two right here, let me pick them up for a second. These two have a right side beveling, right side only. And I think that designates a really early point. And there's more, but here's two really good ones. It's a right side bevel to make the serpentine looking point. And then there's a certain style that seems like to be really older than some others. It's more of a fatter little thing with, I forget what the word was. And this one, I mean, this is Clovis type stuff, if I'm saying that right. The ones that have a shallow thing to be hafted, a little bit fatter point. Now these are biflaked to be sharp, but these were what was designated as like the Clovis period, and these are that way, I think. But my real interest is in tools that came from the Stone Age. They didn't know about copper and bronze and iron, I guess. And I find tools, or blades, let's say, that are not so much biflaked as they are uniface made, and that makes a really sharp edge. Now I think this, the way it's ground off here and still sharp up here, I think that was what they were shooting for. It could be a handheld cutting tool real easy, but the uniface method of many stone blades will have a, one side that's not sharp or anything. It's just that side. And this could have been an early made spear point. But the tools from the Stone Age are uniface. And I can see when these pieces of rock are split off, that would be a very razor sharp edge. But they are knocked off cores like those things over there. And that's what these are. They're uniface blades or points or something. Also, to me, after some animals were extinct, and most of the tools I find here, so all of these stones come from the top of this little hill in southwest Missouri. So I get a good chance of being able to see a progression of tools. But then before these animals became extinct, like the horse and elephants and bisons like that, then that's what appears on tools that I'm assuming that are 12,000 plus years, and it could go back, well, as long as occupation was was on this hill in south of Missouri. But with these, I find horses and birds and animals, and but they're all uniface made tools. And the knives, or what I call knives, they're made on a uniface way, but they're always really easy to hold to make a knife. I mean, to use as a knife. And I find many of these with the image of a human face in them lately, or I think so. And a lot of evidence of the stone splitting, this little knapping or pressure flaking or pounding or whatever, was to set up that stone to be broke. And I see evidence of even sanding down there to make that line break easy. So these folks aren't just throwing a rock down, breaking it up, and picking up the pieces and go, oh, I'll make that. No, they knew what they were doing. Here's one. Well, this shows splitting. This is a slice right here of a stone. Very, it's a pretty good slice. and it has a blade on it and could be used as a blade. I mean, they're great knives, I'm assuming. And the images, I find cave bear and birds. That now I don't know for sure if this was a tool. It just seems like it was a piece of art that they made to look like a bird and other stuff. This thing's got some really neat images in it and color. Now I haven't actually polymered this one to bring that color out, but the artwork of these ancient people was incredible. I mean, it was incredible. Some of it's Picasso style and all. And also, they were familiar with trade, I'm pretty sure. These are stones that have been broke in half to make the tool. But it's not sharpened. I mean, I think it's ready to get in the canoe and go down the river for trading. And splitting the stones in half did not seem like a problem to them to make these tools. Knives. And then I find many that are just so much trade good looking, it's unreal. This stone has no sharp edges. It's really good hard stone, and it's been painted red. And I think it was for trade. A real hard stone like that, someone knew what they were doing. They could make tools. So many of these items looks like trade goods to me, where they've been splitting these little guys up. I would like to see research on, I guess it's called experimental archaeology. Someone learn how to split the stone up. I tried. And these stones have faces on them. And they're nothing. I mean, they're not a tool yet. I just think they're trade goods. And they're slices of stone. Uniface style. Some of them are not sharp yet. Again, human faces all over them too, for their trade goods. And also from this hilltop is this mastodon skull that has carvings all over it. Now this is the back of it. This is where the two tusks comes down. I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not. No, I cannot. But on the other, well, it's a mastodon skull, about 18 inches long. I'm assuming it was a, semi-infant. So folks, that's where I'm at. I'm finding that the Stone Age was incredible with artwork. And I love these too and all. Well, these are Uniface right there. But there it is.